Hello, welcome to Hitman Gauntlet. I was about to say some other tournament name, but this is the penultimate match of the tournament. This is the third place match, which is happening before the final, which is tomorrow. I'm joined by Gunther, one of the admins of Providence, and one of my good friends. How's it
Hello,
going,
hello,
Gunther?
Punky. It's going well. How are you? Excited to be
I'm,
here.
yeah, very, think, happy to be here. Unfortunate circumstances for Meekah to be here, or how he got here, basically, is he had to forfeit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Who knew if he could have
unable
made the
to get the
finals?
unable to get the scheduling necessary, and even if he had gotten the scheduling necessary with Chris, the his availability would have been very limited tomorrow during the final as well. So
Yeah.
the forfeit for the third place match made the most sense. But yeah, obviously pretty gutting, especially with how far and how well Meekah was doing in the tournament.
Yeah, well, still can take away something from this tournament by being the third place finisher, which we're going to start off with some contract score mode, which is contracts has a few different modes. So the way this one works is players are given a contract ID. They have 15 minutes to complete the contract with the best score they can within that time. Silent Assassin is not required, but Silent Assassin does give you a huge boost in score, so that's probably what they're going to go for anyways.
Absolutely. So, and as you mentioned, it's a 15-minute timer per contract. So they'll have 15 minutes and whatever score they post. It doesn't have to be the most recent score. Just if their first run's their best run, that's the score that we take. And that'll be up to admin confirmation and all that good stuff after the timer runs out. But both players immediately in. Meekah has opted to start as the medic, and MattySpice did the same thing, but a quick replan from Meekah here.
Very interesting. Another thing is this is going to be three contracts, a maximum of three contracts will be played, so basically you got to
Yes.
win a 2 out of 3.
Exactly.
Uh,
So you can win 2-0, and we won't see our third contract. But if we're tied after two, then we will go to a third as the decider contract, as it were. Meekah is doing a little bit of reconnaissance here. So starting as the Kronstadt engineer, and is just pushing through. Obviously, as you mentioned, you want to go for the silent assassin rating. That's going to be your best score. But I question trying to get silent assassin on your first go. You know, I kind of like, I don't know how you play contracts exactly, Punky, but I will do kind of an any percent run to start off, and just kind of see where everything is, try and figure out timings, anything like that, and then mosey on into the rest of the level. So
yeah, I think that's a good approach. Probably the better approach. Like, sometimes I used to just like, oh, I have to get Silent Assassins. Like some of the top contracts player now, I might be not entirely quoting him correctly, but David Red Sox, one of the best contract players I know, kind of goes around, does this like any percent, and then the targets sometimes will not get found, or you'll keep your green guns, and those you don't have to worry about. Then you just try to make the ones that did get found not get found. So any percent approach for contracts is very, very good, and it basically works. And for a score mode, all you gotta do is leave and you post a score.
yeah, absolutely. Like
It-
getting done is the important thing here.
yeah,
I like Mika's approach. So obviously using the proximity tasers and the remote tasers, a good way of taking care of several of the guards that are on the map. And obviously you can see from the picture loading in that there are two guards on this map. The last one being the medic, and that medic is right by an exit. So both players very quickly realizing, hey, if we save the medic for last and we just grab that disguise, that's our ticket out of here. So taking care of the Kronstadt side of the map is a very, very quick thing to get down, especially within the first 3 minutes of the timer.
yeah, I definitely want to get a concept going at least, and then turn it into a reality once, so that you get a score. Because time does dwindle down really quickly once you start grinding a contract. Even like
Absolutely.
casually, like you say, I just want to get 30 seconds, and 10 hours later you are still not getting the 30 because you keep getting 32.
And that's the thing too when it comes to the way that the contracts go. So I've commented multiple times on the way that when you're playing a hitman run and you're really trying to get something done the right way, how you can start making mistakes earlier and earlier in your run because you're just trying to get yourself back to that point where you started to mess up the first time, right? Uh, Contracts is very much that way. I know for me, I know that I've seen it with other players and stuff too. But especially when you only have this 15-minute timer, like every rip, especially once you start to get deeper into your run, like Meekah here, he's pretty far into his run. I think that this is going to be a pretty decent post too. He's at about a minute 10, and he just has the one kill left. It is just this medic. If he can get this medic kill quick, and then get the disguise, he's on his way out.
He gets spotted trying to distract the
That's so
guard with the
frustrating.
gun. He turns the other way. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That would have been good. I think again at this point, anybody posting anything puts them ahead. And
Yeah, for
Meekah
sure.
appeared to have had the faster time
I
between the
think
two.
so.
So obviously he's not spending time killing the two guards because he's just tossing tasers.
Yeah, just making sure that they
Jeff
can
Castle is an
clip them.
interesting target, so you do have to worry about at least the medics around him, the one that he's talking to, and that one NPC medic. I don't know if you interacted with him. He sounds like a guard, but he actually is just a civilian.
Whew, that was a big spot over on MattySpice side. Yes, absolutely. And that's the thing, because that not being the wandering medic means you are going to have to peel the medic away because he is going to be in eye line of a lot of people who can find his body and stuff like that. So, it's not the end of the world. Obviously, I'm sure that these players are going to know how to get themselves around this, but it is more of a complication.
Yeah, absolutely. Whoa, that's so unfortunate for Matty.
Uh,
He used the panic, the bullet panic for the race coordinator, who goes to complain to his target guard. But the problem is he's standing the door, blocking the door that he needs to get out of trespassing zone.
Meekah is he's even quicker than what he did last time. So instead of doing a panic on the same race coordinator, he's just done a pistol distraction, then did the toss for the taser, and that's going to get him in a much better time because he doesn't have to worry about the panic dying down before getting the kill off.
Yeah, so the minor issue that he had with there was using the same crowbar as a distraction that he just used for the guard there. So that means nobody would respond to it because you can't use the same object for two different distractions at the same time. Kind of like how the peekaboo works. He does have the poison, which I was going to mention for a safe
Wow.
kill on a civilian.
Now he has also done he also has this peekaboo, so he's not going to be able to get this disguise done quickly.
Yeah, I think he probably would have been better off just going inside and getting the free one. He's gonna go for the crowbar manhole exit, seems like.
Yeah, it's not too far. I mean, like you mentioned, like at this point you're halfway through the timer. Maybe just post a score, and maybe that'll be enough. Like right now, MattySpice's time is better, but he does just get spotted trying to do a pistol distraction there. And so he's only got 7 minutes left. Meekah with a posted score at this point. 221 is the time with Silent Assassin. So that's going to get him 191,079 points for this first contract. And
That
that's
means
not a bad
Maddie
score.
cannot win without a silent assassin. So
Exactly.
there
So,
goes your opportunity to just post, and
and
that's a
obviously
good first score to post.
Meekah has the advantage as well. He's got plenty of time to go at this again and again. Probably 2 or 3 more runs, given that if he can make the medic thing work better, so he can grab that disguise. You gotta imagine he can shave almost 30 seconds off of that
Yeah,
run.
100%. I think Mika's run just casually can probably be 130 if he wants to. He's got a good
Exactly.
concept. Now, having some difficulty in the very first part, switching out to Krugermeyer, I'm gonna guess. Yeah, he doesn't, because it's the gun and then the bullet causing the double bullet impact eventually. Oh, Matty gets spotted tossing the taser.
Yeah, tossing that taser he got in the eyesight. This is the thing, like Matty, his run is very similar to what Meekah has done. He's not been able to get this done. Now, it looked like Matty was trying to go along anyway, because technically the only one who spotted him was his target. Uh, but it is one of those suspicion things where you're not sure exactly how it passes because you don't put a lot of people to that amber color.
Yeah. There's Matty. Oh no, Matty's stuck in the menu. He's gotten one of those things. This happens in contracts mode so much because you like restart so many times.
And we've seen
The
this
the
actually
long load.
from Matty before in a recent matchup, even. So
I
thankfully, it
don't.
does get to the loading screen.
I don't know if it's has to do with the type of disk you use to store the game. But I've had that happen to me when I used to play contracts, and you just frequently restart the game, with just have a hiccup where it needs an extra amount of time to load into the mission.
Right, exactly. And that is a frustrating hiccup, but I mean, it is kind of part of just the way the game works too, so it's unfortunate, but
Yeah, that's something you gotta take into account. Like, do I... Oh, Meekah not got the right character's attention.
yeah.
Yeah, so basically that's like just part of the game. It's like treated as a haven wall hack if you must. Then, you know, you would have to think about, well, I probably shouldn't restart if I just got spotted. Let's just continue through, form a concept, an idea.
Yeah.
I,
And I
I, I
also
know it might
understand it.
sound unreasonable, but, you know, it's just how the game is, so you just play around it. It's like, oh,
Right.
I can't restart as many times. It's...
Yeah, exactly. But like you said, like, sometimes it's good to just run through it a couple times, get all the way through because you might get stuck at the beginning because one person is spotting you, but there might be another person towards the end who keeps spotting you. And if you haven't practiced that by the time you get there, then all the restarting that you did at the start means nothing. Maddie's gonna get spotted again.
Had a decent
That
idea once again, this time bringing in a trank for the two medics. Unfortunately got spotted for through the checkpoint guard too, but that guy's got some amazing eyesight, I guess that's one way of putting
Yeah.
it.
And you see Meekah use of the Krugermeyer has really helped because Maddie's
Yeah,
ripped quite a few times
he's
at
not
the
getting
start
that
here.
anymore. Oh, that's too close to the camera, turns and sees him with the gun out.
Yeah, so 250 left. You gotta imagine Meekah's got one, maybe two more runs, depending on where exactly he rips. But it's crunch time for Maddie to not even have a score posted at this point.
Yeah, I mean, again, Meekah had a little bit of a waiting time there. If Matty runs through, there's still potential for him to get a slightly faster time. All you need to do is get 220.
Exactly, and that's totally doable, especially if you have something in order to get the medic disguise quick enough. Ooh, that was such a big whoosh over on Maddie's side. Obviously, the extended legal action of tossing the taser there, but this is looking possible for Maddie.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, 110 coming up the stairs. Meekah probably will get there around that same time. Now, this is again the most problematic part of this run, Jeff Castle.
Yeah,
How you handle him. It's like Matty probably will still try his calmer. Now, question remains how. Just gonna shoot this guy? Oh,
Does
waiting
get
for the animation
spotted.
to end. Oh, Matty, this is looking really good. It
This
hasn't
is looking
spotted
really
yet.
good.
There's that 130, 140 time. He's gonna get 141. Yes!
Wow, and he gets
1 minute
himself out.
left.
Well done. Meekah has to
And
finish this run.
he's really
But
close, but again, he's gotta get this disguise, wait for that animation to end.
yeah, Matty's got this in the bag.
Unbelievable.
There's
What a
not
turn of
enough
events.
time to post a
Yeah.
better time for Meekah unless
There
he's
goes
got something that'll get
141.
him 1 minute. Yeah, that's he even
There's
goes around to the other side too to like just delay it a little bit longer too. So yeah, Matty's not even gonna try again.
147.
He's just gonna leave himself.
That's
He's
a
just gonna leave himself on that screen.
that's a huge improvement from what he had, but unfortunately, MattySpice needed one run. That's more than good enough to beat both of Meekah's runs at once. So, I mean, not really sure if they're paying attention, but the leaderboard spots does show Matty at
Yeah,
number 1 and Meekah obviously being the second person finishing at number 2.
and they are both, yes, they are both on Epic, so they both have access to the same leaderboards. They are also in the Gauntlet chat, posting their scores as well. And yeah, so they are now both aware. So I mean, pulling a rabbit out of your hat at the very end there by MattySpice to be able to take that point, because Meekah had it well in hand, and we hadn't even seen the Jeff Castle kill strategy work out even half as well for Matty. I mean, I'm still kind of surprised that it worked out, especially with that wandering security guard right there. How he didn't hear the shout, how he didn't hear any of the panic or anything like that, and then being able to leave that body out for a good 10 seconds before getting to the exit, and doesn't manage to get it found or anything like that. Like, that worked out incredibly well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just wow, just the timing of it all. Just 18
Yeah,
and a half minutes, nothing from Matty. I mean, not only that, he was by those two Kronstadt guards that stopped him probably about 15, 20 times more than Meekah at Meekah. Because very early in the run, Meekah gets a Krugermeyer, doesn't have to deal with that problem again. And Matty's stuck on that and gets an improv kill on Jeff Castle that's good enough to beat Matty's or Meekah's a little safer just toss distraction with the crowbar. It's incredible finish to that.
yeah. Now Meekah's not necessarily on the back foot. Meekah obviously was able to figure out the contract a little bit earlier, but just the safer strategy of not doing kind of the open air pistol shots that Matty did to save that time. Meekah, even with the slower strat, was only about like 6 seconds behind. You know, Matty did have to wait for the one lady to fall from the counter. Just had a quicker kill and an easier disguise change after that. But obviously, like, Meekah wasn't that far behind, even with the slower strat. So uh, definitely not counting Meekah out yet. Meekah is going to have to win Chongqing in order to force us to go to our third and final contract.
Yeah, so this is kind of game mode point for Matty. As you see, but Matty 1-0 Meekah towards the middle of the screen.
Exactly.
Um, yeah, so he has to. Meekah has to win this for the third map. Now, not really sure if he prefers Chongqing or not. And yeah, MattySpice starts off with a headshot on one of the guards. Obviously, that one will not end up being Silent Assassin because he gets found very quickly. There's a
Mudshot getting himself through the door.
yeah, needs to do it again. and again.
There's a lot of mud shots here. These two doors are easier to mud shot. I mean, all three of them, technically, because you don't have to worry about any of them being heard or getting seen or anything like that, thankfully. But, yeah, let's see here. So Meekah is in and is trying to do an early pistol distraction to hopefully get get his target to go toward the taser there. Doesn't quite work out for him, but I do like that kill. It's gonna be a nice, safe way to do that kill. Lots of guards on this map for the targets, obviously. So taser's a completely viable option if you just bring in 3 tasers. Not quite sure if that's the plan for the players or not.
Yeah, definitely viable. I mean, we're seeing Meekah bringing in 2 tasers. Matty looks like interesting how he just did that, because that wasn't really necessary. He's a street guard, but I'm sure he'll realize that. Oh, just misses by 1 number 2.
uh,
He does know. I mean, even if you don't know, she eventually blurts it out, I think, the lady behind you.
yeah. Yeah, I have forgotten that code a time or
Yeah.
two in my day.
Yeah, I was the same way, and the moment I pressed like 8 and then about to press enter, she opens the door. So like I get the unlocked sound, and then she opens the door and casually walks in anyways.
Matty went for the headshot, but there's glass there, I believe, because he could not shoot through there.
Yeah, bulletproof glass, so had to pull him out. Now, again, this so far has been any percent time being above 3 minutes isn't really going to give you the highest of scores. Like all a similar time Silent Assassin score is going to be way higher.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think if this is just Matty hoping to have a score posted. He is hovering around the camera exit here, but he does not have a tier 3 dongle, obviously.
Yeah, it doesn't have the red dongle, and also gets gunned down by one of the fellow security guards.
But he now knows where all of his targets are, and he knows how to get to them. I mean, he could even, feasibly make his way through there with the street guard disguise. So, I feel like that was a smart play by Matty in order to be able to kind of have himself a solid run all the way through. Looks like he's trying to figure out the pistol distraction things that Meekah was doing at the start, but Meekah has changed things up and is now actually starting from the block guard disguise.
Very interesting now. There is a street guard. This target's gonna be easy for taser purposes at least. The other one's a problem because there's 2 other guards next to him.
Exactly.
Oh wow, that was an interesting reaction from the guards there. The 2 guards he didn't want to stay actually was moving away, but he just shot the target too quickly. It just turned into a exclamation point immediately. Ooh, body shot this time. Meekah gets spotted.
Yeah, what is Matty's thinking here? So he's done the body shot, so he doesn't have to worry about them enforcing the panic right now. But he's got... Yeah, I mean, you saw him hovering over that taser. I think that his plan is to use the taser on him, which makes sense, but how are you going to get him to grab the taser with those 2 guards? And that's the thing that I don't think that we're seeing just yet. I mean, we've seen Meekah was able to place his shots to spin the 1 guard pretty far away. Let's see. This is something from Matty that I was more expecting, is trying to do a toss distraction behind to see who goes to enforce it.
This part is a bit sketchy for Meekah here because he needs to go back up the stairs with this enforcer at the checkpoint, but he uses the fire extinguisher, which gets a silent assassin, retains the silent assassin rating with KOing the 2 guards.
Considered an accidental pacification, so those bodies can be found and gets him by pretty easily. Now he's got he's over on a trespassing side of the map again. He's got to figure out how he's going to get this target over to him.
Yeah, Matty figures out the taser kill, not too bad, 40 seconds in. The first mod shot was very clean. Unfortunately, this one took a few extra shots. And kind of mentioned that because time is what you're going for, because that's what gets you the score.
And Meekah manages to get the taser kill as well. So Meekah with 2 kills down, sitting at 125 right now, and does have a disguise that will allow him into the final zone that he needs to be in.
Yeah, this is also good. I mean, technically, we're bringing a third taser for that guard, so
Yeah, absolutely.
just although there's only 2 big tasers, right? So the small one can't really see.
Right, a small one's more going to be used for the puddle.
Yeah, and definitely yeah, he's going for a smuggle something. See what it
Yeah,
is.
let's see here. He is hovering over the tasers. He's grabbed the small taser, but again, like you said, like is that going to be seen? Is that going to be able to be picked up?
Yeah, the
MattySpice.
small tasers won't be picked up unless you do that make NPCs pick up any item glitch, which usually I think usually works with civilians. I'm not 100% sure, but the small tasers, yeah, they don't really see it. They will hear it, but they won't see it.
MattySpice does have 2 of his kills down, but he is. I mean, Meekah definitely has a faster play here. As MattySpice has to go all the way around to the other side, and Meekah is in a better spot to get to the facility guard down near the bottom.
Yeah,
After the second kill, but I mean, yeah, now the player has obviously posted a finish, and you're looking at 6.5 minutes left to go.
what happens if nobody posts a score in 15 minutes?
I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. I'm guessing it would be a draw, but let me actually look up the rules on that real quick.
This process repeats until a player has won 2 out of 3 contracts, with the best score up to 3 contracts will be played. That's what it says on the rules. So we'll probably
Alright.
play the 3rd contract anyways.
Yeah, because I mean, it would technically be a
But then
draw.
what happens then if Matty wins that 3rd contract?
And then I guess we're gonna
Yeah.
have to find ourselves a 4th contract.
Yeah, which goes against the rule, which is up to 3 contracts will be played. But
Very true, but who's counting that? Now, the only contingency that I can think of is I'm pretty sure that there's a ruling in there if it's still tied after 3 somehow.
yeah, I think Chris
Then
just is
there's a
admin
random
discretion.
one.
He's gonna use he's just gonna tie after contract 3, if it's
Yeah.
1-1 after 3 contracts. Yeah, just over 10 minutes now. Still no scores posted.
Yeah, Matty's got the
Wow,
the
he
first
fell
of his
through the
kills down.
skylight. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, he did. That's
That's
gonna be a nice.
body hidden. Oh,
Meekah
Meekah
is
trying
having
to.
difficulty getting through this checkpoint again.
Yeah, he's trying to make it faster by just not having to use the fire extinguisher, because you have to throw it and then shoot it and wait for it to explode. But shooting from that close always causes issue.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially with because it's got to be that tossed fire extinguisher causes him so much problems if it does bounce.
Mighty
Okay,
goes
so
for a
he's
body shot. That's 100% going to be spotted because you're way too close. Meekah goes really far away for that shot. A triple shot.
that works out really well for him, and he's through. So we've seen him successfully piece together some of these runs, or this run from here. Excuse me. And yeah, he's got himself the thing that he did the replan for the taser for the smuggle, but you know if this guard isn't going to pick this up, which is the concern.
Yeah, let's see if how reliable that distraction is after that bullet distraction. If the target consistently goes
Yep,
for it, yes.
worked.
So Meekah is using the puddle here for that kill. Really well done
Excellent.
because yeah, they won't pick up the micro taser. So
Wow, and to toss it into the puddle, no less. Like, well done. It's a difficult shot to land, but I mean, look at his timing. You know, again, this is like just really really good timing, and he has himself his the last thing that he needs, which is this taser, because you know this guard is going to be a pain. He can't get the mud shot off
oh
though.
man,
He's
I
going to
was
go ahead and
just
give
about to
up
say
and
just go for the
grab the
crowbar at this
crowbar.
point,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's mud shots are interesting. Yeah. Once again at this target, just 2 minutes 20 seconds left on the timer for this contract.
He doesn't
How's he
have
gonna
a
get
tier
in?
1 dongle. Yeah, so he's
Right.
going to have to go through this way, where you don't need a dongle. And he should be able to get himself into the security room, no problem. Now he's just got to make sure that the right person goes for this. And it shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, all he needs to do is just put it in his. Oh, drops it. That he wants. Okay, bump to get him to see it. That's
And he's
should be
already
able to.
triggered it. So
Yeah,
that should
he
be good to
drop
go. Now
triggered
he's
it
just going to get
immediately.
to...
He's dead.
There's the kill. That took a while. He has a crowbar as well, and there's a manhole cover just to his left. He's not going for it though, so he's gonna take the longer way in order to take the scooter exit. It looks like, but I mean, Matty has to restart. No posts yet,
Yeah,
and
and I don't think he
has
has enough time to post one.
no,
So
not at all. I mean,
come
because
back from
Meekah,
Meekah. We were gonna play third contract anyways with a 1-1 score.
very well done from Meekah. But yeah, Meekah, with the faster strat, had 2 kills down by the 1 minute 25 mark. We have just under that amount of time left anyway. And yeah,
Yeah,
this is
Meekah's not
looking
gonna
good.
attempt anymore, and really, Maddie has to pull out a miracle, just like he did
Yeah,
last time, which was really like you expected Meekah to take that one, but
yeah. And
Maddie,
this miracle, I think, would be just a bit too much to ask.
yeah, 40 seconds left, and fortunately,
Yeah,
that guy will not show up if you shoot drones.
and it's a frustrating it's a frustrating series of events for Matty here, because obviously played very well, had some stuff, ran into some issues. I really liked his approach here though. I really liked his approach to kind of do that any percent run, figure out where the targets are, figure out how you're going to get to them, all that good stuff, and then go through. I think Meekah using that block guard start is really what made such a difference here, because that put him
Yeah,
in such a
and
commanding
not
position.
spending like finding that solution for that street guard up at the top with the 2 other street guards so efficiently, just a bullet distraction followed by a toss with the micro taser. Like this is something Maddie didn't figure out even at this point. So
Yeah. Absolutely. So, I mean, that's going to be point to Meekah, and that means that we're going on to our third contract here very shortly.
yeah, in about 2 minutes, see what contract or map it will be.
Oh,
It's gonna be
Berlin.
Berlin. Very nice.
Excellent. Yes.
So the 4 targets as well. There's a DJ involved, so you know he's gonna be in the basement.
Yeah, we see Biker. Who's Gartner? Gartner's...
I
Who is
I don't play
Gartner?
contracts in Berlin, so I have
I
no
don't
idea.
either, but I made a
I
contract for Contract Wars 4, and I remember Gartner being...
oh
I don't know if I made it or if it was one I recreated, but I remember Gartner being a thing. So I think he's in the biker side of the map.
hmm.
But yeah. Anyway, we'll find out obviously once we load in. But yeah, so lots of lower level stuff, it would seem.
Yeah, from what it seems like, all these contracts basically make you run around the whole map, from one side to the other, and Basically, the soul and essence of contracts is, yeah, routing. So make it as linear as possible where you don't have to backtrack. Which the
Yeah, absolutely.
Chongqing was a little bit, especially if you look at Meekah's run, go down through the checkpoint and then back up the checkpoint, arriving in 10 seconds.
Excellent. Yeah, both players are on the loadout menu, just trying to figure out. MattySpice looks like he's trying to figure out where exactly his smuggle is going to be. Meekah, without a smuggle, did the same thing on Chongqing. Did not have a smuggle until he went through, figured out what he needed, and then decided to go grab a smuggle. 2 guards, so obviously you can bring in the 2 tasers the same way as they've been doing. And we got that DJ, and then Gabrielle Berger, who I have no idea where she is. She might be one of the NPCs standing under the light fixtures near where the oiled dancing man is, but I'm not 100% sure on
Oh,
that.
yeah. So, yeah, Meekah guessed correctly. So, I guess so did I. The DJ is, surprise, surprise, by the DJ booth.
Seems like a safe bet. And yeah, Maddie's running right by the target now. So this is the DJ that will come and investigate that sound system if you turn it off.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, see, you can immediately see. So the previous 2 maps, and then we go to Berlin, and we see the players spend much more time trying to figure out where all the targets are and their layout and all that stuff. Maddie's opting to start in the biker hangout this time.
yeah, not really a problem. There's an exit by this guy. So, I mean, either way, the layout of Berlin is really good. So, this biker is the guy who's, I guess, putting the toys in the incinerator.
That's the one. Okay, yes,
That's
I do
Carter.
remember now.
I guess I will probably not forget him again because he is kind of tied to Lowenthal.
He is I mean, he's an easy kill to get nice and early if you do this biker start, and you don't even have to waste a resource. I mean, simple pistol shot, simple poison, simple whatever, and then just get on out of there after hiding the body if it's an illegal way of taking him down. So we see Meekah did do the toss for the taser. He's now heading down into the bowels of Berlin. And it looks like Meekah stopped off at the level where I believe... I'm actually not sure who's on this level.
Agent Banner. It's by the bridge, basically.
Oh, excellent.
No, he's actually by the oily dancer person.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there she is. She's a static target.
Oh, yeah, great. And she's right by the falling object. I think that falling object will kill her.
Yeah, or we can try and find a way to move her. MattySpice does not care. He just shoots her in the head.
No, and I believe she will be found. There is a...
Yeah,
there's a
the
guy
club
who's wandering
crew. I
around
just
there.
saw him walk away. Maybe when he comes back, there she is. Found.
Yeah. But again, like there is that falling object right above her. I think that will kill her, and so I'm not super concerned about that.
Yeah, and again, he's starting biker. If you want to move her, there's a coin you literally vaulting over. You can take that, place that, and she moves over to wherever you want her to.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not too much of an inconvenience to do that for the safer kill that you get out of it. Oh, the
Meekah
other...
is looking for maybe a long pistol shot here for the guard up on the rooftop.
Yeah, that looks like the guard that's by green. Just hangs out.
Yeah,
You
so-
knock him out every time you play Berlin, regardless of the game mode it is.
But apparently
luck
where his
with the
shot
shot,
hit was
though.
just too high, so it doesn't actually go and investigate it, just kind of gets interested in it. But Meekah's done the 3-shot panic for that guard. I'm wondering what his thinking
That's
is here.
interesting. I wonder if you can, like... This is a really crazy out there idea, but if you move him that way and then go inside the club and shoot him through the skylight.
Oh, maybe.
Again, it's a panic. Guard panic is all over the place. You can't
Yeah.
actually reliably do that. It would be something you try to do for a video or something. Oh, green still spots him.
Yeah, MattySpice, I think, was just trying to spin green, but obviously didn't land the shot where he needed to. So yeah, so Meekah is going for the poison kill on Gartner right here at the start. Just gets the kill and leaves him. Matty is going for the taser toss.
Yeah, we have like 5 minutes in now, so I guess 10 minutes. No posts yet, I'm guessing.
No post just yet.
Yeah, no posts. So yeah, I guess if this one ends in a tie, we will get the whole round end as a tie as well for 1-1.
Right, exactly. So we will be tied at 0.5 each. And it is, this is in the third place match, is still a first to 2.5 match.
Why would you leave something like this behind? Hey.
There's the second kill for MattySpice. Uses the taser.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one, because I think that obviously that guard up there is fairly easy to get with less resources. It might be useful to have that extra stuff, but you do only have 2 guards on this map. So if you have 2 tasers, might as well use them on the 2 guards, and then you can just figure out the rest for the other.
Yeah, and the falling
NPCs.
object kill for her is free, so
Yeah, let's see if he goes for it. He
just
is an
gotta figure out
instinct
one
right
kill.
now.
Yeah, he's got the coin. Again, I would like for him to just try it without a distraction, see if it falls on her. Should be able to, some of those things. Oh, he's gonna get a lot of non-targets and not the
It's
target.
gonna be a non-target, yeah. Oh, that is just absolutely frustrating. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened exactly. Did she move out from under? Because if she was still where the coin was, that was definitely underneath. But where would she
Yeah.
have gone? I mean, it must just be wherever she stands is just out of range.
Yeah, it could be, and I don't know, it didn't seem like it was long enough for her to just go back.
Right, exactly. So
I don't know if it's like
I
one
don't
of
know.
those chandeliers that only hits the first person or something, because
Oh, maybe. Like maybe it counts as the ground and it broke before.
yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
because it wasn't on target kill. You're absolutely right.
Guess Matty trying not to go up there for that target up.
Yeah, because he wants to use the taser. Like he's gonna have to.
Meekah tried to toss it, but doesn't seem like it's been hurt by anybody.
I'm not sure if he. Oh, because it was proximity. He couldn't pick it back up. That's what happened. Yeah, so both players have in mind what it is they want to do. It's just a matter of just going through and getting it all done. We haven't really seen Meekah do anything past where the bikers area is yet. I do like that Meekah has a poison with him. It'll be a nice way to get a kill and have the body be able to just stay out in the open.
Yeah, the poisons and the tasers obviously the safe bet. Poison. I guess that DJ isn't really a hard. So all 4 targets are really easy. I mean, at least for these guys' approaches so far.
Right.
You have
It's
something
just a
for
matter of
that
stringing them together.
civilian, yeah. And then the DJ, you can lure him away fairly easily. Or if you want to do it fast, you can just poison him. But it would still require a little bit of distraction, so...
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they go about this. So almost simultaneous electrocution kills there.
Yeah, now Meekah, let's see what he's... Oh, he's gonna use the poison on her, but he's kind of on a timer here.
He's at a time, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he might just, at this point, he might just be waiting for them to go by.
Again, none of these players have actually shot that little thing to see if it drops on her. I probably won't, but the curiosity is killing me.
Does eventually get around to get the prompt, so that will be the poison kill down.
Yeah, only has the DJ. Wow, that's a long animation there.
That was a very long animation. Only has the DJ, and the DJ is probably the easiest one to move. So I mean, it does take a little bit of time to get that poison kill correct, but Meekah is looking pretty solid right now. Let's see what.
You look well prepared.
So Matty's gonna bump these two NPCs.
He gets the kill though, so that's good to know. That's good
Oh, but yeah.
information.
But he does get
So,
seen doing it, so that's going to be a restart. And Meekah, meanwhile, does look like he's not quite out, but he's, if he can get this DJ moving quickly.
He should be able to. He's got the distraction. Gonna just take a shot close to the exit.
Oh, somebody did hear the
Hear
actual
the
pistol
gun.
go off, but he's
Yeah.
going to get out of there before anybody.
Oh, that's the first score posted.
That's the first score posted, and, you know, sub 3. So obviously it's not the best score, and I'm guessing that there's plenty of optimization that Meekah's already thinking about doing. But having that first score posted is just a huge weight off, because now you know, hey, I've got something. Now the pressure's on Matty. He's got 4 minutes. He has to post something in those 4 minutes. And Matty's run is probably going to be about the same timing.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets that chandelier kill though, he can expedite that by a lot. So that's
absolutely.
That's the interesting part for him. Now, not many runs are left. Meekah probably can try that same thing he tried before, but there's a massive curveball he's about to throw. He's got a propane flask.
Oh, excellent. I mean, this might be for Gabrielle, maybe. This might also just be.
Yeah, it could be for the DJ too. I mean,
could be for the DJ, exactly. Especially if the DJ's like next to his exit, and that's what he's hoping to get done.
Yeah, look at him. He's not wasting time shooting the cameras either. Just running around it. Oh, Matty is trying to not get seen. Yeah, turns this guy. Calmers him, gets the shot. That's a chandelier kill. 90 seconds in, third kill done.
Look at that. That's quick. That's quick. Now he has left is the DJ as well.
Yeah, restart from Meekah. This, again, Matty might steal this
So
away just
close,
like he
yeah.
did in Miami. It's all eyes on him now. Oh, missed shots on the camera. Crucial seconds lost here.
Yeah, and he's going around kind of a long way in order to get downstairs as well. So this is this can be problematic. And Meekah
he has a calmer.
Meekah's doing a very good job of bringing the propane flask with him.
No, green gun's back. The calmer lady saw that. Wrenched.
Oh no!
220. That would have been faster than Meekah's time of 249, but not enough time left. Only 150 RTA left on the clock, which means Meekah is basically all but have won this contract series with that third contract.
Meekah's running into some trouble here with the pistol distraction, not quite going his way. So it's likely. I mean, that slowed him way down. It's unlikely that he's going to be posting another score here in the time allowed, but he might just pull something off. He does get his second kill down.
Yeah, he's got the
Matty's
propane.
just-
1 minute is good. It's an eternity in contracts if you're going fast, and who knows? The propane is pretty easy to get, but oh, it's Davenport. Yeah, it might. Targets just might be a bit too far away. Matty takes a quick look at the leaderboards. Probably heartbroken that he actually had the faster time by a long way.
He did, yeah, and it was a really, really well done run. Oh, okay, so drive by. Meekah used the drive by for the the woman on the stairs, for Gabrielle. Now he's see, this is the way as well. Like Matty's time was faster, and he even went the slower way. This is a more direct route that Meekah's taking. Matty takes this route, goes for the same
Yeah,
kill
he might get
scenario.
like a 210, 205 or something.
Exactly. So like he just absolutely
Only
blazed
if they
through
had
it.
like 2 or 3 or extra minutes.
He'd have it.
That's it's a really. Oh, but this. I think that timing was good enough for her to him to just take a shot. He's gonna get the bullet distraction. Prime noticed though, so that's the end of that. Contract's score mode has ended.
Yeah, and Meekah's going to be walking away with the point, so is able to take it off of Matty. So Matty, obviously, with a very impressive comeback in Miami, isn't able to get it done in Chongqing and Berlin, but still very well played, and especially with Matty, waiting maybe half a second more for that animation to finish with the Calmer, and he'd be fine. But yeah, just very, very frustrating there. But that's kind of the way that it goes. We do have our next game mode is up though, and this one is the random contract in Colorado. So each player is going to receive the contract ID. They're not allowed to enter the map before the timer starts, and the first player to complete it with a Silent Assassin rating in real time wins the contract. So I believe they have 45 minutes to finish this. And in that time, they have to get a Silent Assassin rating on this contract. The first player to do so wins. So this is very much the roulette approach. You can go kind of hard and fast and try ridiculous strats to try and get a good time, or you can kind of take it slow and steady and make sure that you maintain that Silent Assassin all the way throughout, and your opponent does not, so that you're able to get the point over your opponent. I do love seeing a Colorado contract come up, especially coming just out of Berlin. So I think Berlin is
Yeah,
is quite the warm up type map anyway, in general, but especially going into a map like Colorado, which is similar in that it's kind of this very, very armed location with lots and lots of populace with weapons, but obviously much more dense. And there's no verticality on Colorado whatsoever, but tons on Berlin. So it's going to be interesting seeing how they go about this. Lots of open spaces. Don't know exactly where all of the targets are just yet, but when we get in, we'll obviously be able to see them in the player's instinct and minimap. All right, so our contract is going to be arriving here in a minute 30. So, Punky, what's your strategy for stuff like this? Are you going kind of hard and fast? Are you taking your time? What is it that you want to do?
well, for this mode, from what I understand, is first person to just post wins.
Yes.
So I don't think hard and fast, unless you're extremely familiar with the NPC, is gonna work out. Like, you want to go for the safer one that's towards the end of your run, doesn't give you red guns when you're right as you're about to exit. So it's a balance between hard and fast and good old reliable and safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
I think
you
that it's I
you
think
got to
that
do most of
reliable
the
and safe is a good
brainstorming
way
in
to
your
do it.
head. Like, am I gonna get away with this? Because if that other person does or does something safer and posts, then that's the end of that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the only thing that matters is getting out with that silent assassin, and if that's the way that you got to be concerned about your opponent and the route that they're going to take. Maybe you revert to kind of hard and fast strategies if you've ripped a couple of times taking the slow route and you're just trying to get yourself back into the game. But I think that you're right. I think that the safer way is going to be the better way when it comes to this. Okay, so our timer has started. The players can now load into the map if they so choose. There are 4 targets. Let's see. We've
Oh,
got an elite
Andre.
soldier.
Okay.
We've got
He's in
2.
the house. He's the guy that's walking on the top floor.
He's the
doing his
patrolling
round.
guard.
Yeah,
on the
Andre
top floor.
Washington. I
Excellent.
know him, and I will probably know people by names now because this is season 1.
This is 2016, exactly.
Yeah, I have.
And we do see yeah,
Oh, and this
Meekah
guy.
very, very quickly into it as just the regular militia soldier. MattySpice with a nice early
That's a
explosive
nice
there.
kill. Beautiful.
Yeah, and you can
Oh,
see
a
Meekah
headshot.
is. Yeah, but that body's gonna get found. There's no way.
He's body shotting that guy. Maybe just to buy time.
Just to bring him down. I mean, if he can get these kills done fast, you know, like, I mean, that might very well be worth.
Alright, does a
Yes.
proximity toss on the tech. Decides to restart. Probably, maybe.
You know, I think that Matty did have a lethal syringe on him. I'm not sure if his plan is to do a replan or if he knows a better timing for that NPC.
Yeah, Meekah going for the taser on the first target, which is obviously the safer way to go about it, causing less chaos.
And it looks like he's got his lethal syringe out. He might be going up to the roof here to get.
So I
get
wonder
this
if he
target
can,
down with
can
that.
get a push kill, see if he wants to do that. Push? Or
Yep,
pop?
there's the push.
He
kill.
pushes in.
Oh, but he's gonna get spotted by the
Oh,
guard by the SUV. That's still doable though. I mean, a pistol distraction
definitely.
for that guard, totally doable. Totally doable. You got all the time in the world to make that happen. So I know that Meekah was struggling to get the right person to go and grab this proximity taser. I really like the patience from Matty here, just waiting for him to walk right into the explosive area. Oh, he kind of misses his timing there though, and the delay between the second shot is gonna get him spotted. And Meekah's gonna restart again. This is, I mean, we saw Meekah kind of work this out in the Tron King contract from earlier. Is even though there's this guard in between all these other guards who will all enforce this particular proximity taser or remote taser, I should say, it doesn't mean that he's out. He's gonna just keep on trying until he can get the right guard to go for the taser that he needs.
yeah, both players still struggling hard on this though, so
Yeah, it's
Meekah now having a different problem, having to get his target to see the taser. I think he looks at it but walks away from
looked
it.
at it, but somebody else went. So the most frustrating. Oh, Matty misses his second shot. Okay, he is going to be able to recover there. He maintains his green guns, and yeah. So obviously we're seeing the difference in play from these two players. On Meekah's side of things, being able to do that taser kill that way gives him really good timing for this rooftop guard. But MattySpice, he's going to be more delayed because of this. He does have himself.
He just uses it.
Yeah, I mean,
Injected
why
poison,
not?
gets his kill right away.
And the thing is, like, he was heading over to that ledge. He could have got himself a push kill as well if he had waited a couple more steps. But I think he was just trying to get him down before the other guard on the rooftop spun, which is also understandable. He does have this taser here. He's done the toss. That should get... Yep, that's going to get that target down.
Yeah, and he
heading
can
over to the moving truck to grab the elite soldier disguise.
Meekah is just at the beginning, so he can kind of play this one safe. He is playing this guy's actually, unless that guy, you usually don't get spotted, even though you get like 6 or 7 different.
Yeah, you get lots of whooshes.
That's
but you're still
actually
allowed to pick this
I
up.
know. Knock on the sometimes some of those box placement, the game design, but that's actually a really well thought out disguise. I've never really gotten spotted with that, unless, like I said, that tech guy is right up in front.
Yeah, exactly. Like on his way around.
Find out what that was.
Okay, MattySpice takes out the camera so that he can get himself into the house, and he is allowed in here. He's allowed upstairs as well. It's just a matter of getting up there and finding a decent timing for this wandering guard. Now, this guard can be quite a bit of a pain, but I mean, he's going into kind of a dead zone here. He can get him a
Goes for
multitude of ways if he chooses.
that's still not
That's
far enough for
really,
the eyes of those
yeah.
hackers. You would have just let
Yeah, I'm
him go a
surprised
little
he
bit.
didn't opt to do some sort of distraction, get him in a corner, get him around, and just kind of tucked in. Even just go to the bathroom and just wait him out there, bring him in there. You know.
Yeah, definitely. That's an interesting choice because he almost had this round with that. And
Yeah.
that just means he has to try again. Meekah, again, not really much luck here. 6 seconds in.
Yeah, he's still struggling with getting this this early kill, which is understandable. I mean, this is a kind of frustrating situation.
Unfortunate the guard actually sort of sees him toss something and go for it.
There it is.
I mean,
Oh.
he cannot get him to grab this again.
Matty.
Matty did go for the push kill that time.
Yeah, that guard instantly turned. Like, you should have seen him pirouette and wow. What was that? Instantly orange, instantly combat. So that's strategy's not gonna work. He's bringing in another lethal poison, so that obviously can be used on Andre if he wants. I don't think he's
Yeah, I
gonna
mean-
change the taser on that technician.
I think that that's a good way to do it because he can get that on his way. But then, yeah, same spot for how he just got Andre. But again, just using that pistol or that poison is going to save him so much trouble.
Yeah, and another thing for Matty here is that, you know, Meekah's starting closer to this first target, but he's gotta wait for him to walk through this area. And Matty's wasting that time by starting further, but he's just running towards him, so the timing kind of flows a little bit better here.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
doesn't matter here because of real time. That's like, obviously Meekah's strat would be better if you're going for the IGT, but again, players here trying to go for the safer strat that works and finish and post a time or post that you're done. Oh, look at this, Meekah trying the same thing.
He tried to take the shot. Yeah, is he?
Oh, that's just to turn somebody away. Okay.
Oh, excellent.
Sees the taser. Yeah, he's still gonna go for the taser. This time it's a lot more
Oh
efficient.
man,
It didn't go for it.
Catch a break. He
What?
keeps staring at it and stopping, but yeah, he doesn't go for the taser at all. I just don't understand.
That guy's immune. He's got to take those shades off or something.
Maybe, yeah, he seems to be looking at the taser and just being okay that it's there. He's just
Yeah,
like, oh,
he's,
there's a taser
he's like,
here."
I get paid 50 cents more an hour. I'm not going for that.
Exactly, like this isn't part of my job.
Can't you
Well,
call a
Matty
cop or
is
something?
in a good spot now. He's only got the one kill left, and his timing is pretty good here.
Oh yeah, very good spot here. For a
Actually, like his timing is
poison. Oh, is that body found? Kind of panics him. Just have to worry about the hackers. Gets the poke.
There it is.
Oh,
That
it
was a
drops
very-
right on the grid of the camera though.
But you know what? He's got time. He can go back and he can just delete these the security footage here if he can.
Interestingly, goes all the way around.
Interesting. Instead of going through the living room thing, I don't. Is he wants to take the shot from outside? I mean, even so.
Yeah,
like,
that's
this
the
is a
safest way
roundabout
of doing it because he has a silver ball, which is a loud gun. Has to worry about this enforcer guard. He's going. Okay, he's got it. Looks like Meekah's gonna get the explosive kill as well.
Yeah.
Might
I mean,
be a bit
it's-
too
it's-
late though.
Too little, too late right now, as Matty is just seconds away from the exit. But still, like, I really liked. I think Meekah started off so much faster, but just obviously got so caught up on how to get that taser thing. And Matty's starting with that explosive kill, and even taking the longer route to get to this rooftop target, which saves him so much trouble. And then, yeah, look, the way that Meekah's got this, he's brought up a whole bunch of other guards and stuff. Which is obviously very, very frustrating. But I mean that should be the point going over to Matty. And yeah, just very well played. I mean, 242 on a 4-target Colorado map is pretty substantial. You know, I think that's really, really good from him, and really, really solid play. And he's going to even out our scoreline, so now we're 1-1.
Come on, come in. You copy?
Yeah, Matty comes back with the
No, nothing.
random contract finish. Like, if that was the case in the first game mode, he would have won too, because that,
Out.
well, not really, because Meekah posted first. That was still impressive. I still think about it the whole, just about when the round is about to end. So it's been really exciting with the contracts so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I've really enjoyed
Going
seeing how these
into
players approach
Improv
this.
Roulette now. That's actually also a very different take on other game modes. Like, so you go into Master Mode, no loadout, no instinct.
Yeah, and any percent, correct? Like we don't
Mm-hmm.
need a silent assassin rating. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, and master mode is obviously not drastically different from the base game, aside from a few key points. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but when they
it.
take away your superpower
Yeah,
and
the
give you
instinct that
none of
makes it
your
so
super
much harder.
gadgets, it
Just makes it
becomes
so much
crazy.
harder.
Yeah. I guess I said that from experience because I played in the last improv, and it's like all the standard strats you do, like, oh, this requires a seeker, this requires a trank, this requires a snail. I can't use any of those things. Only
Yeah.
thing improv allows you to bring is on Sapienza, you can bring in an EMP.
Yeah, and that's just to make it a little bit simpler to take out the virus. But yeah, so no loadout is really going to be the biggest problem. Um, but yeah, I'm very interested to see how these players approach this. Obviously, we're not strangers to these players and their any percent tasks. We saw with some of their warm ups with the contract score mode. And going into improv roulette, you know, both players are fairly skilled when it comes to roulette in general. So it's going to be fun to see how they go about that. Our map is going to be Bangkok though, which is that's a fun one. I mean, I have heard from more than one person that master on Bangkok is kind of one of the more difficult things to
It's a
do.
nightmare. Yeah.
It, it is and I would definitely wholeheartedly agree with that sentiment. So I think that this is going to be a fun one to see these players go, and
Because,
obviously it's going to depend on how quickly they can get this stuff done. How quickly can they gear themselves up in map in order to handle the any percent deal?
yeah. Because Bangkok is already terrifying with its cameras,
Hmm.
and Master Mode increases cameras, and Bangkok, if you don't remember, is part of 2016, where the old professional mode, which is now master mode, was kind of handcrafted by IO. So lots of like specific things happen, like items been taken away and given to NPCs, extra cameras posted, guards have been moved, and it's kind of a boxed in once you go inside the hotel, and there's guards like everywhere.
Yeah.
So if you get in a gunfight, you will die very quickly. Not just because it's master, but also because there's so many guards.
So many guards, and it is such a funneled map. So seeing how these players are going to route that, because obviously you do not need to maintain silent assassin, but on a map like Bangkok, it is very beneficial to not get spotted, not have to run yourself through. um I think that these players feel pretty confident in themselves, so I'm curious to see if they do kind of go in gung ho. But it is gonna, you know, there's got to be a ramp up to that. They can't just immediately start there because, like you said, they've got a lot of guards to contend with.
Now I'm not sure if the Providence has decided to kind of follow kind of the approach Meme does for this, because from what I read was Improv obviously has multiple maps, but the way it works was the spins will get increasing more obnoxious and difficult, and those are by
Mm,
design. Admins will make
Hello,
sure it's
Gunther,
that way.
GK Punk.
right.
What was that?
I'm not entirely sure. From what I am aware of, I believe that there's nothing like that that's going to be going on. I think it's just going to be a random spin. From what I recall, from conversation.
Okay, yeah, but it would be interesting if like Chris just went and made the most
The
horrifying
most
spin
obnoxious
imaginable.
spin.
So yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I just heard something, some TTS like thing say my name. I was confused. I don't know where that came
That
from.
is odd.
Kind of terrifying because
I haven't heard anything like that.
I'm all by myself, so who is talking over here? And it wasn't you. I know that for sure.
It definitely wasn't me. When I speak, it is not text to speech.
Yeah, it did not say GK, but
What do you think of this roulette
in
GK
a
punk?
feminine voice.
That is very odd. I'm wondering, is it tied to the overlay at all?
I don't know, but if that's the
don't think
case,
so.
then I mean, I'm nowhere near this overlay. I'm not a player here, so doesn't make sense why it should say my name.
I do know that, yeah, that is true. I do know that MattySpice has his game audio on and can hear his controller clicking here and there. So I think maybe it's him. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think the stream heard anything because I don't really use desktop audio, so anything I
Okay.
hear, not all of it will go through, which
Well,
is
we'll
good.
find out. And if for some reason Punky just drops off the face of the earth, we'll know why. So
Yeah.
fingers crossed that doesn't happen.
Definitely. So we have our spin, which is Jordan Cross with an assault rifle as Morgan's bodyguard, and Ken Morgan with the sapper's axe as Jordan Cross's bodyguard. So we got a shuffle here to this guy's.
Quite a bit of shuffle, and obviously 2 large weapons. There are assault rifles that are on this map, but since it doesn't specify, probably beneficial if the players bring in. Oh well, never mind, because they can't smuggle things in. That's right. So they're gonna have to find themselves a loud assault rifle because you can't have a silenced one on this map. Obviously, you can't have. The nice thing about this is it is 2 bodyguards, so they will be able to carry the assault rifle. They will be able to carry the sapper's axe around.
Yeah, and it's any
right
percent, so
into
they
it.
don't really have to worry about keeping silent assassin or isolating targets even.
Yeah.
Just don't get into chaos is like the only
Yeah. And I don't know if we just saw kind of some muscle memory there, but Meekah got spotted being suspicious immediately and hovered over that restart button. And I don't know if it was just a thing where they're like, oh, wait a minute, I need to make sure that I maintain my silent assassin or not. But says since unpaused and is going in for the rest of this, we won't see any replanning or something like that. Stuff like that for roulette is really, really beneficial, I think, because it gives you a whole lot of room to move, as it were, because you don't have to stress so much. Oh god,
This is awesome. You wanted to knock out 2 targets.
Wound up hitting the one guy with the wrench twice.
And then snaps his neck too.
Yeah, Meekah has Jordan down. But Meekah has Jordan down, and he's got that wandering bodyguard who will come in here. Yeah, he's just going to go ahead and restart. He's got a wandering bodyguard who would have come into the bathroom with Jordan already knocked out in that bathroom. Yeah, Matty's just going for the... he's just going to go ahead and knock out these 2 and then bring Jordan in. My concern is Jordan's going to see these bodies if he brings them in too far, and his panic might alert some of the other people here too.
Can someone please help me? I need help here.
Yeah, there's the frontal KO. Not quite sure. Yeah, Matty's just going to restart here. I don't know if that would have been salvageable or not.
I'll give you the short version. I don't like the looks of you.
Meekah's lured Jordan to the other room.
It's
And,
very
he does have him
interesting.
down.
Again, he does have 2 guards there, but obviously a lot easier to deal with.
Yeah,
That's-
getting into that room as Morgan's bodyguard is going to be a bit more complicated, but it's not the end of the world either. So Meekah, with the Cross's bodyguard disguise, is already on his way over to Ken. He does have to go downstairs and grab the sapper's axe.
Yeah, that one is a little bit out of the way. He gets... Yeah, he also gets Jordan, but this time in the bathroom.
Meekah is throwing caution to the wind. Does get the letter. Looks like that is his plan for the isolation on Ken.
Look, you want me to deliver it? Deliver what, mate? The letter.
Yeah, Maddie's trying to get to the letter as well.
Hey, just saw you do it. So if it was bad,
The letter, Neil.
there's a witness.
The one Dexy Barrett told you to take down to reception.
Someone should go see what the hell that was.
The letter, Neil.
Certainly.
The one Dexy Barrett told you to take down to reception 3 hours ago. What the hell? Holy shit!
Oh God!
Yeah, Meekah waiting. I guess going to go for a sapper's axe now. Again, have to go find an assault rifle.
Yeah, MattySpice is
Can't-
trying to take down this entire room. Somebody has gone outside. He's got unconscious.
Oh, he
witnesses
doesn't
and all
care.
that stuff.
I thought he was just turning back around. Yeah, he didn't really see anything, but he knocks him out anyways.
Just so that he knows.
I was just
Yeah.
going to say, like, any assault rifle preferences? I can't even think one off the top of my head. Obviously, none of these guards carry assault rifle.
Right. I mean, yeah, I know that you can get an assault rifle from the security hut in the back of the hotel, correct?
Okay, so that's probably the one you want to go for. I don't think
I
there's
think that's
any
the
other
easiest
assault
one to get
rifles
to.
in the map. There might be one in the room with the camera box.
In the camera room, yeah, but like that it's hard keys to do. You also have the master key card or timer so that you're going through
yeah,
at the
this-
right time, and it's like
Well, Discord is
yeah.
doing weird stuff.
Let's see here. So Matt is at 3 minutes. He's missed Ken's first cycle, I believe. So Ken will be it before he comes to the before he heads himself into the basement.
Did Gunther's had robotic voice for like the last 10 seconds?
I have.
It was the case, at least for me. I don't know if that's how stream heard it, but I think it's fine now. I kind of lost my train of thought. But if the assault rifle is the one, you know, by that back hut,
Yeah,
and
that's the
then
one that Meekah just
this-
grabbed.
it makes sense with all the running around that you gotta do.
Yeah,
Go
absolutely.
to one side of the map to get the sapper's axe, and then go up to the other side a little bit to get the assault
Meekah
rifle.
is going over toward Ken. He can't
Ooh,
be
is he
thinking
gonna?
of getting this
Yeah,
too
this is
early.
like right in the middle of this.
That would be so risky.
So Maddie gets found trespassing inside the security hut. Unfortunately, Jordan Cross's dad might own the hotel, but he certainly the guards don't
Yeah.
have access to that room.
Well, MattySpice gets found in there. Meekah was also found in there, but just kind of ran through. It's like, I just need to grab one thing real quick, and then got out.
Yeah, I'll be out. Seems alright. So it looks like he's just waiting for the letter. He's just gonna play it patiently. Maddie
Yeah,
hovering over
and that's the
cause.
safe way to go about it. This is obviously Morgan's bodyguard. He doesn't have to worry about hiding the bodies either afterwards. So once he can even kill Morgan's bodyguard if that's what he wants. And then just do the quick kill, do the quick change.
Oh, he was
and
in
get
hit
himself back
maps. That makes sense.
up. Oh, I
Looking
gotcha. So
for
he's-
the assault rifle, which
in the
is
other
in the
corner.
locker. Yeah, gets seen by the guard that he's no longer trespassing. That's obviously good. Meekah takes out Otis with the sapper's axe as well.
Oh, but
Oh, it's
Master!
Master!
He ruined
It's
it.
Master!
Right?
Oh
I didn't
man,
even think about that.
that's the
Bloody kills,
curveball of Master.
ruined
This guy's
disguises.
ruined.
Oh man, that's so devastating. Yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be
Wow,
a
that's
restart.
actually. I know it's devastating, but that's really exciting. That's wow. He had.
That's fantastic. I mean that
Yeah,
right
it
there.
is.
I play Master all the time, and I completely forgot
Yeah,
about that.
I think I'll forgive myself for not realizing that as I'm calling that action because I don't play Master.
Yeah, you just and you don't think about it. Like even if you do
Yeah,
play Master, like if you need a disguise and you're going for a silent assassin run
you're just
anyway.
knocking them out. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
that's why this thing is curated so well. It's like, usually Master is like where you play a lot safer, but this any percent says take the risk, and that's what happens.
Exactly.
Matty is gonna
Matty
bonk.
does have the fire extinguisher, and so he's
Yeah,
gonna
it's a
he's gonna
nice-
get the KO cleanly.
Yeah, that's a massive lead now for Matty
Huge,
with
'cause
that.
he's already got Jordan down, and he's got Jordan down in a better spot, I think, than what Meekah has been trying to do as well. So he's just got to get himself back up to the balcony, which is way simpler.
Whoa, steady.
Yeah, it's not
Boy,
much of a
put that away.
different really because it's just a cross. But he does have him in the bathroom. Could hide him if he wants to. Now he has to navigate while trespassing.
Yeah, and he's got a bit of a ways to go. He does get found trespassing by, oh man, yeah, look, he's in combat now. But
At least
you
he
know,
has
can get
options to
himself
switch out
away.
of the disguise to a safer one afterwards. Yeah, this is looking really good for Matty unless he gets into a gunfight and gets gunned down. It's just
Someone causing trouble.
checklist for him, basically. Kill Jordan, take
Yeah.
disguise.
Well, and he's got his pick of the litter from here because he's got bodyguard disguises, but he's also got the recording crew disguises that he can change into.
Yeah, it takes the bodyguard, obviously the more powerful disguise. Ooh, gets spotted. Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah,
Can take it
he'll
down
be
to the
well away,
second
and it's
floor.
just suspicious, so he's not in combat or anything. He just has to head himself to an exit. So Meekah with a commanding lead, obviously with the bloody ruined disguise causing the problems there. Or oh no, he's in combat. I thought that he'd just be suspicious. And
Yeah,
now
that's the
now
thing.
it's a gunfight.
And you can't take that many shots. Screen's already black and white. So there it is. That's the thing I called out. You don't want to get into combat.
Oh man,
Meekah
yeah, and
is-
you saw he took that cut down stairs, so his plan was to get to the basement and then just get out that way. But that is going to be the restart. Oh, that's just so disheartening. But you know, you
Yeah,
can't
it's
forget
it's
about that.
makes for a
You
very
need-
exciting back and forth. Meekah just now has a 20-second lead. Not really much. Who's gonna break away? I mean, Matty obviously has a little more solid plan, or a lot more fleshed out, gotten a lot further. Again, he's taking the hard approach on these two guards in the bathroom, which Meekah has a lot more complicated setup for Jordan. Jordan just leaves also, so that's going to be a restart.
Yeah, absolutely. And I get why Meekah is trying to get Jordan to the other room. I think that it would definitely be more beneficial to kind of go the Matty route, at least for getting Morgan's bodyguard up here, you know.
Oh, speaking of Matty's approach, he's misses Jordan, so the distraction does not work because Jordan's out of the booth and on his way out of there.
I don't know you.
Yeah, I think Matty's plan has been to knock out the guards in the bathroom before he even deals with Jordan, and it's been kind of hit or miss because he does have to take care of them pretty quickly.
It's interesting he goes for the knockouts right away. Maybe potentially can go for a distraction as Jordan's moving in towards the room.
Maybe
He does have
because
to
he
hide
has
one of the bodies.
And that's the thing, like he's taking the time to hide this body. Like he could start his
Oh
first.
man, this game. Get this thing. This happens to me all the time, where you just
the
like
ragdoll.
can't grab the body. It just disconnects you from it immediately.
He's I mean he might still be in a decent spot.
Yeah,
right
looks like he's
now.
good. Oh, No, just at the end. Well, Meekah breaks through though, gets Jordan down as he wanted.
And that's big because this seems to be a pain point for both of the players right now.
Who the hell are you?
Being able to get that done, you have a minute and a half lead, and Jordan is just going to stay there. He is not going to be a problem. Nobody's going to find him or anything like that, so he is good to go. He is good to wait right there.
It's both players getting in some unfortunate situations at first. Meekah using a lethal kill on the disguise he needs on Otis. So, fun fact, like a drown kill also ruins disguise as a master.
Does it really? See,
Yeah.
I thought that it had to be bloody, so that is good to know.
Like any sort of liquid counts.
And
Yeah, I found that
blood.
out in 2016. Like, yeah, drown doesn't seem like it will just dry out, right? Nope.
Right.
Guess not. They count it as a disguise bullet. And yeah, if it's a unique disguise, obviously that's basically the end of your run. Interesting door
Exactly.
situation there for Matty.
Oh, Matty's getting stuck on this door and stuck on Dexy, and he's getting spotted as he's pushing his way through. He does manage to get out, though, and it is just suspicious, so that will wear off, thankfully. Meekah's already got the Sapper's Axe. He did miss Morgan's timing by just a little bit. Like, Morgan was just walking out the front door here.
Only knocks out Neil and takes the letter and walks away. Now, that will be compromised until guard gets an information. Now he's in combat. So there will be orange. And he sort of needs that area because he has to go back up there, but at least it's the assault rifle and not the sapper's axe, so he can take the pipe from the floor below.
It's true. As well, and when he goes back up there, he will be in Morgan's bodyguard disguise, which is already trespassing, but at least it won't be compromised. Worst comes to worst, he can get found trespassing and deal with that then. Matty also missing Ken's timing here, but he is going to place the letter, so once Ken comes through, he should be good to go. So he's got time to go grab his sapper's axe, he's got time to go back and grab the assault rifle as well, and have all that stuff nice and neatly and set up.
Meekah, he has a wrench in hand. I thought he was going for Otis and Ken right here, which is not really... It doesn't seem like he's gonna be able to get out of here alive if he manages. Yeah. He will be able to pull it off, but...
Well, and that's the thing with Master too, like the telepathy works so much better in Master mode, where you do have folks who will be running up and around, and as you're coming up the stairs, you're gonna alert extra floors and all that good stuff. Like it's
horizontal screen shake from Meekah saying, "I'm not making that mistake again." Drops the axe further away from him.
Doesn't even have it, yeah. And he does have his fire extinguisher as well, so you know he is in the lead just because of the timing here. Matty is also waiting on Morgan's timing in order to get him here in the same room that Meekah's already in. So Meekah slightly ahead in terms of that, but he's gotta keep his run flawless. Well, as flawless as improv requires in order to make this work.
You just don't want to get caught, because this is a little bit different from the improv, the whole tournament, which is where you go for better IGT after you post your run. It's just kind of improv, but standard roulette, which means you just kind of what we did with the score mode, just going to post first.
This looks...
Meekah with the kill now, and with the disguise change, already has the assault rifle, already has Jordan down, has to get himself back up there and get the kill real quickly. Now, it looks like he's going to run through here. These guards will find him trespassing. There is a way to kind of pass through it. No, he's fine. He's fine. I'm
just run straight
through. But he's going a very direct route.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Now he's gonna... Doesn't get spotted by the checkpoint guards, but does get spotted by the camera. I mean, combat now anyways.
He's in combat. He's gonna go ahead and give
push
him
away.
A free push.
Yeah. You don't want him to be a problem
He
in
could
combat.
get spotted climbing up here. He is, so they are gonna know where he is. But thankfully, it's not a guard, so he won't take any shots while he's here. And oh, and he's got these guards too that are still up. This is he's gonna have to get the kill and get a disguise change very, very quickly.
Should be able to. There's like 2 guards here, and yeah, he's taking the
Door's
second one.
open, but he
Door,
is
yeah.
fine. Drops
He's
the
running.
gun.
Yeah,
That is
he's
a
looking good
call.
here. But
Yeah, now he just has
Again.
to get himself to an exit.
with
So
panic
obviously
setting,
can't go out the front because of the oh, but look at this. Look at all these enforcers here. Lots of suspicion going on. He's gonna have to get himself down into the basement. Nice and quick.
gets through the thick of it though. So all he has to do now is just.
Yeah.
There
just
isn't
sprint
really a
towards the
chance of
exit.
him getting killed here. He looks like he's going for the tuck. He does have a wrench. Matty knocking out Ken and Otis. Gonna get the kill on Ken, but might just be a little too late to catch up to Meekah.
I think so. I think Meekah's got this in the bag. He does have the tuck exits, and he is out. Wow. such lead changes back and forth between these two.
What can I say that's clever? You're trespassing,
MattySpice is already in combat as well. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point, but I do still want to see if he can pull off this run.
You're not allowed to be here. Who is that? Hello?
Yeah, also puts Meekah on match point.
Match point, exactly. Going into our 4th game mode, which is Season
Nice.
SASO, and it is Season 1. So Season 1, Silent Assassin, suit only. Players will be playing
That's a really good
Paris
game
through
mode.
Hokkaido. And they have to do so all in their suit. Can't change disguises or anything like that. And they have to go through the entirety of the season. Silent Assassin suit only. And first one out wins.
Yeah. So I think I'm probably gonna play a little ad on my channel, not because I want the money, but so that there isn't an ad playing during the race.
How you doing?
Sounds good.
Because somebody I think got an ad doing that. So let's see if I figure out how to do that.
Now and all's quiet on the Western Front.
So Matty obviously plays. I've seen him post a lot of season runs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure if I've seen any Meekah or if Meekah practice. Obviously he does because he's playing in this tournament. But it's always fun to watch because we casted another season race the other day, which I thought was what made the whole match really exciting. But so far this match has already been really exciting with the contracts and then now the improv.
Yeah, absolutely. I love SASO in general, but the season SASOs have been insane to just see how these players go about doing this stuff. I believe the game that we cast was with MattySpice. He was one of the two. We were going through season 2, and MattySpice got stuck, or maybe it was Red Fox actually. I think we casted Red Fox and Meekah. And Red Fox got stuck on Mumbai, specifically with the Dawood kill. And but it still came down to the last couple of seconds on a Haven run and an incredible shot by Meekah. So I'm expecting to see similar stuff from these two players here. I expect this to be another close one. I mean, all of the game modes have been incredibly close today. You know, it's season SASO runs are obviously things that can have much more disparities concerning times and stuff. But I definitely expect to see both these players kind of bring their A game, and they're going to need to if they want to continue this. So MattySpice has to win this to force our 5th game mode, and Meekah needs to win this to win or tie actually. So yeah, it should be a good run.
Yeah, we have some predictions going. MattySpice obviously has the lead now. Whoa, somebody just bid everything they had probably on Meekah.
Oh wow, yeah.
This is turns the other way, 72
I
28.
voted 10 points opposite of Matty because I saw that Matty had all the points. So I was
Gunther
like,
is
oh, for a payout,
Diana
I'll make
Burnwood
sure.
in my channel.
Yes, I am
The auto voter.
It's a nice system. It guarantees a
It
payout.
is, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to expect here. I do feel a little bit more confident over on Matty's side just because I saw him go through and already kind of do some of the pre-plans for the missions and stuff. I wanted to make sure that those are ready for his SASO run, so he doesn't have to spend so much time in the pre-planning phases. But at the same time, don't discount Meekah. Meekah won the SASO race that we saw the other day. Fully expect to see excellent play out of them as well. And we're live, going from Paris to Hokkaido.
Yeah, and Meekah already has his hovering over the play button. Matty just going into the level, but one extra click, not much of a difference, really.
No, and he's already got his plan already set up and stuff, which I think that's going to be the big deal here. But yeah, Meekah immediately in. Oh, but he is going to do a quick restart there. He didn't like the timing. I'm guessing he skipped himself past the cutscene, which isn't where he wanted to be.
Yeah, I think he killed the cutscene a bit too early there. So yeah, playing the full cutscene this time into the attic. And Matty's going for the speed strat, so flying the explosive to Dahlia's chandelier, and then maybe using the briefcase toss to turn away Kurt as he walks away, gonna take a shot at the chandelier for Victor. Take the 20, 23, 24, there she goes. This is a really cool strat. So Kurt's going for that audio distraction from the briefcase as Victor walks down. That's a really, really cool strategy.
Yeah, incredibly quick. And Meekah's going to restart here. I mean, that's a really good shot right off the mark for Matty, because you to be able to get Paris done in a minute and move on, knowing that you leave it behind, like that already gives you the lead.
Yeah.
Plus, when it comes to these SASO runs, it's important to remember if both players are unable to finish the entirety of Season 1, which is unlikely in this case, but it will go to the player who finished the most maps. And so already having one down is good for
yeah,
Matty
definitely. And I think the experience of playing and posting a lot of run for speedrun might come in for handy for Matty here. He's gonna go for the crazy Sapienza strat too, so you'll see all the speed strats from him probably. Yeah, there's a bunch of body shots to lure away and free Francesca kill, because she's gonna go into lockdown, conveniently puts herself, runs herself underneath a chandelier. Might see a brief amount, like a red guns for a brief moment.
Man, copying. All right, there's a
Meekah misses the, what's that thing called? Boost, I guess. I forget. Yeah, the boost on the chair to drop down the balcony in Paris, and that's gonna be a restart again for him. So yeah, that's the brief red guns. That's actually Francesca, believe it or not. She's got amazing eyesight or something. Yeah, so we'll see. Green guns.
Target down.
Wow.
Next up, Sylvia.
Body shot on the gardener to blind him, and the guard goes for that. Because you're gonna run around with that sniper. So you need that for that shot on the virus, and also this propane tank. It's gonna get for Silvio.
This is looking really good for Matty. I mean, obviously very comfortable with his SASO strats here.
Two targets down. Now destroy the virus.
Another boost to get himself down into.
He's holding the sniper with one hand. What the? What?
Got to be very careful to drop here.
Okay,
You
yeah,
can
I
potentially
wonder
fall
if
in
it's
the
because
water.
of the out of bound thing. Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't want to fall,
Close
because
by.
although 47 doesn't drown, he also doesn't know how to navigate water. So.
Yeah, he never dies. He goes into a void and just stays there forever. That's going to be 2 maps down for Matty here.
You know what this means? Matty being ahead. If he keeps ahead and finishes, we're gonna go to that match point for both players.
Exactly.
Final
And
game
that's-
mode. That's really exciting.
And we'll be going back to roulette, which I think is a nice even playing ground for these players if
Yeah.
improv was anything
Meekah.
to go by.
Definitely not having good luck getting non-target kills on that Victor kill. I think he's just setting up the micro on the for the chandelier. There's a arm shot on raises A down from MattySpice.
Yeah, and Matty, like, this is just clean. Like,
This-
all of
yeah,
these,
it's just-
not seeing hesitation, not seeing restarts yet. This is really, really, really practiced.
You just do, yeah. This is like it's when you do map picks and bans, and it's like as if Matty picked this mode.
Mick picked SASO Race
It's,
Season 1.
And yeah, this is just, it's really obviously all these strats are incredible, but the fact that he's doing it so efficiently and so quickly, like minimal restarts. I don't think he restarted at all. It's just Marrakesh done now.
Yeah, he doesn't have a restart yet. It's just been very, very clean. He's out of Marrakesh as well. Another sub 1 map. He's going to be moving on.
Yeah, another non-target from Meekah. He's gonna restart again. No, still not rerouting. Matty's going into Bangkok now.
Whew, that is fast. Now there's obviously we've seen a lot of snipers in the loadouts for Matty. There is a sniper run for this, which is also very, very quick. Likely going to see that again from Matty if indeed he does have a sniper in his loadout.
Oh yeah, this is gonna take all. I think he's gonna get both the kills from the dock where you start. So
Yeah.
it's again when I saw the first thing. When you look at Bangkok and you see the hotel, there's like you don't expect to shoot Jordan through some random window from the beginning of the mission.
Yeah.
And
Oh, absolutely.
that's somehow that's what happens, and this is probably one of the most bizarre runs in the whole season 1, if not the whole trilogy.
There's the tuck in.
Jordan. That cutscene also moves Ken forward, so there's that chandelier drop.
And still there. He misses
Nice shot
his
on Jordan,
shot.
but not much of
I mean,
a
he's-
big deal here.
He has
Kinda
plenty of
stuck.
time to get a second shot off. So, I mean, a little bit slower, but still a little
And-
bit slower takes him to 34 seconds.
Once again, Meekah keeps green guns with Victor, but misses the boost and can't drop down. Still
Oh,
stuck on
man.
Paris. Matty
Still stuck on
penultimate map.
Paris. Matty on to Colorado.
Yeah, and also this is gonna be fast. You know, the Colorado in the speed run isn't as intimidating as the other maps. It's we're gonna see from Matty here.
As Westbridge start waits out the entirety of the cutscene again.
Yep, that's the use of sniper done. Poison on Penelope Graves and red guns again for Meekah with the Victor kill.
Yeah, he can't get it going, unfortunately.
Graves is down. Excellent work. 47.
It's a really good use of loadout. Not have to go into the inventory to switch there. Ooh, this first restart from Matty.
First restart, but it's only because that carpet wound up taking that shot.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like everything else is incredibly clean. I feel like it's just a matter of time before he gets that one right after the other and into it again.
Yeah, it's just really, really good stuff from Matty here. Let's see if Meekah manages to keep green guns. He does. Now is he gonna be able to do the violin boost?
Graves is down. Excellent work. 47.
Yeah, he's been struggling with this once he is able to get here, so he really needs to hit this and
He keeps getting caught up on the door, I think, is what the problem is.
going for the bus now. Still an option there.
John Rose confirmed down.
This one looks promising. Yes, he makes it. Couple of body shots,
Oh.
goes into combat.
Yeah, he can't get it going. just
And
yet.
Matty has made a lot of ground. He's killed all 3 targets in Colorado. Ezra Berg, believe it or not, is the last target left. Oh, but checkpoint guard being left over from the peekaboo or something. 8. Bit of
Yeah,
a struggle.
was
Opportunity for
so-
Meekah to catch up.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of what Meekah needs at this point. But I mean, how fast Matty's been able to take care of everything else. You know, I mean, his Paris was about twice as fast as what Meekah's is as well. So, you know, it's a lot of ground to make up. It's definitely Matty's to lose at this point. But Meekah's he just can't get the luck that he needs on Paris.
Thanks.
This is a body shot that gets him orange again.
It's unfortunate. That one, usually you don't expect to get caught. So yeah, Matty again catches up, gets Penelope down. He's gonna try his tranquilizer shots. Oh, miss again. Dart gets eaten away. Struggle for both players, but Matty obviously has like a bunch of maps in between him and Meekah.
Exactly,
Meekah
such a huge
really
lead.
needs to get off of Paris because you don't know. He might just blaze through the rest of the maps. It's just like the only hurdle he has is Paris.
Yeah. And it what a hurdle it has been too, because like we haven't really seen him get going either. He just keeps getting himself stuck in these very fixable but still very annoying problems like the boost and all that stuff to get himself out of here.
So he's gonna try the bust as the first choice this time. Misses it. Violin still option. Yeah, it just didn't work out at all.
Down. Excellent work, 47.
Another attempt for Matty
Oh.
here.
No, he manages
Misses
to get
again.
himself up.
Is that a miss? Sometimes it takes long, but anyways,
Yeah.
Meekah is down on the floor and still green guns. This is really good because he really needs this. Whoa,
look
but
where
Dahlia!
is.
What?
Oh, why
What?
is she over there? What triggered her to move over there?
Oh my!
Yeah, and you can see the frustration there for Meekah with just the shaking, aiming pistol at
Yeah,
her.
because it's like, why is she over there? That's unbelievable. Obviously, what Meekah was trying to do there was use that gas lamp, I want to say.
Yeah.
Right by the balcony. Or maybe
Either
even
that
a
or
headshot.
is he looking to maybe take the chandelier shots? I don't know if there's an angle from there or not.
Oh yeah, you're right. So there is a potential to, like, as she walks under that chandelier, gets out of that door, and goes into the auction again, there is an opportunity. So yeah,
I'm just wondering, why was she over there?
The fireworks was never triggered, so why she just stopped there? I feel like she was even looking at the sky, but maybe I'm wrong. This is that's unreal. This was the first one he was able to get down with green guns.
Yeah, it's right next to the
Something
the
else
exit,
pops up.
too.
Alright, Matty gets both of the trank shots to hit this time. Gonna have to wait for the
Wait
animation
for
to
the
end. There we go.
animations.
Sean Rose confirmed down. Nicely done, 47.
Yeah, sets up the checkpoint guards. Gonna have to wait for Maya to move. Oh, missed shot on Maya! Maddie, oh my, both players. Now, obviously, Meekah has been struggling since the beginning of this whole thing, but
Yeah.
like, how
Finally
much more
found
do you
the
want to do?
kryptonite to Maddie.
Meekah needs one of these runs to work out. Next thing you know, both players are on Colorado.
Yeah, and if Maddie can get this to work, I'm guessing Hokkaido isn't going to be nearly enough of a roadblock for him, just given how he has played up to this point. And he doesn't get the camera. That he
Yeah,
has been
that's-
shooting. That is where Ezra will die, so I'm not sure if his plan is to get it now. Or...
Yeah, he's gonna get it later. He just realized it's not that, because he's sort of have to wait for Maya, and then Sean does wait there. Ooh, yep, shots hit. Gets a slower
That's a
animation,
really risky
faster
second
animation
counter.
this time, so that's
Sean
definitely
Rose
better for
confirmed
him.
down. Nicely done, 47.
Could this be the Colorado that Matty's been seeking for the last few minutes?
Quite possible.
Yep, gets the shot on Maya. Okay, that was the
Guard
distraction shot.
taking the bullet yet?
Good work.
Ezra is down. Oh, oh!
Berg has been eliminated.
Checkpoint guard turns around. The other guards are coming
Ah.
towards him. He's got nowhere to go.
He's so
Not
very nearly was
yet.
able to get
It's
himself out
not.
of there.
Oh, my God. Every
Checkpoint guard thing, I feel
step.
like that one was that was just an odd way for that checkpoint guard to turn.
Yeah, that's just Hitman for you. They want to turn right, they will turn left and do a whole revolution instead of just turning like a
Just,
normal person.
Exactly. They can be such a pain.
Right on.
So
Yeah, we're seeing. I mean, we know that these runs will work. I mean, Matty has been mere seconds away from getting out of here on more than one occasion now. And Meekah, we know that Meekah's run will work as well. Just oh wow,
Matty is having one of those, what's just, it might just be frustration too, where you're just making a little bit of missteps that you usually wouldn't make, and when you're freshly starting a level.
yeah, absolutely. And just just the very slight microseconds of timing that change after restarting the same map multiple times could be a factor with this as well. But sticking with it, obviously,
Stay right here.
is close. Is very very close. Has been very close multiple times.
Graves is down. Excellent work, 47.
Yeah, definitely. This timing is just so precise. He's passing that guard as he turns, misses the shot at the dart again.
Oh, not again. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Calmers have been the biggest flaw in Matty's run up to this point. Meekah's obviously been struggling with multiple different parts on Paris, but Matty's main issue has been those Calmer darts hitting.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know if the players actually think about having, like, using, previous strats or older, safer strats. How many attempts is, worth trying before you switch? Because both these players have been persistent on their strategies. Have not gone for
very much
anything
true.
else. Obviously, I think you can agree there's definitely a safer thing that you can do. Like, if Meekah does terminal velocity at this point, he probably would have been done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Matty looks like he's
Similar
heard me.
replan.
Yeah, it's a replan, a reposition of his. He is gonna move to a different strategy. He's gonna do the main default start. Gonna play some cutscene to move some NPCs. So yeah, it's Matty either is psychic or has an unbelievable timing with the comments I'm making, which is
Yeah,
probably
I
the case.
think
I think it's a good call.
Exactly. It's a real good call because you kind of need. Meekah does get his boost.
Oh, he gets the boost. That's really good.
Gets some body shots off.
Even on Helmut Kruger. All right, where is Dahlia?
She's heading.
She is moving, so that's good. That's what you want. Panics her, drops the chandelier, but she does not die.
She is not underneath that chandelier. I think she just moved right past it, and she even ran back the other way. So there was a chance that if he had just been a little bit more patient, he could have hit it then. This is just. It's also just such a risky strat to hit that moving shot like that. So I can certainly see, but yeah, just the frustration that Meekah must be feeling right now, and Matty as well, with Colorado specifically. But Meekah spent the entire, almost half of the timer, just on Paris, just trying to get this done.
So Matty tried the strat, missed a shot on Penelope's chandelier, immediately switches back to his initial strategy, which is the West Bridge start. It's a bit slower, so he probably is like not worth spending time trying to do I guess quote unquote safer strat, and if you don't want to waste more time, because you would be
Right.
faster doing the faster riskier strat if you actually
And he's
able to pull it
got
off.
this one so practiced. It's not worked out for him perfectly, but he's been getting it pretty close to done multiple times, you know, and you gotta take a breath and make sure that you're. I mean, that second counter shot, he might also just be taking way too quick. You know, if he takes his time with that second counter shot, maybe that's the ticket here.
Yeah, that's could be the case. He does move a little bit. Yeah, that's takes it, gets it done this time. So Sean is done. Meekah still doing the same strat. He's not changed anything. He did just restart after a miss on a boost.
Yeah, and the boost has been such a problem for him as well. Matty's got Maya down, has the distraction shot.
Oh, Matty is out. Guards are exactly where he wants them.
That's perfect.
And
He dodges
finally,
the camera as well,
Wow.
and yeah, he's gonna be able to get to the bridge. Wow, excellent.
so that's a pretty fast Colorado IGT wise, but I think he spent like
He spent
5 to 7
most
minutes.
of his time there. I know when I glanced at the timer, I know that he was at Colorado at about like the 36 mark, and that was after a couple restarts already. So spending about 15 minutes on that map, maybe a little bit less.
Yeah.
And is now going into Hokkaido, which
So-
should be much faster.
What that means is Meekah has been in this for 22 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just really. It's unfortunate. It would have been nice to see, and which also means Meekah, because Matty spent 15 or 12, 15 minutes in Colorado, means Meekah had plenty of time to come back and catch up or even take over.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Matty's got
100%.
half the kills done. Soder's is a non-kill almost. He just tossed the baseball, and he's got the Serpent's Bite, which obviously blinds anybody that it hits, but he misses.
Oh. And we saw the same thing with the Calmer earlier. It's just you need that shot to land, or you need to be a little bit more patient with that shot. Meekah just taking a long, hard stare at 47. He won't step up
He's
onto that
upset
chair
with
for
the
him.
47's performance with that boosting.
Soda's down. To be honest.
See, the nice
Yeah.
thing here, though, for Matty is this is still a fast strat. This is still a faster way to play, and
Yeah,
so he
it's-
can mess up multiple times.
And it's a
just
lot
keep
less
trying.
moving parts. Like Colorado,
Yeah.
what was it? It's like 30 shots per attempt. Like this is you just
Yeah.
gotta take 2 shots. Yeah, there it is. That's it. I think he should be out. And that's season 1 SASO done by MattySpice, which means he will equalize in this matchup and go 2-2. We're like over 2 hours into the stream now, so I don't know how long the finals are gonna last, but this one is definitely, I think, probably
This
the
one
longest match in this whole tournament.
I think so. I think that just the series that we've had up to this point, and just some of the luck that we've seen from the players has really caused this to go the way that it has. But you know, you point out like Matty has evened out the scoreline 2-2 with that finish in Hokkaido to finish the SASO Season 1 race. But Matty looks so dominant there, unbelievably dominant. Minus the hiccup on Colorado, had one restart on Hokkaido, and like that was it. You know, even like had a slight flub on Bangkok, but still was able to get that one done as well, as the target did go where he needed him to go. Like it's that looked really, really good all the way through. You have to be happy with that, especially going into our final game mode. Our final game mode, which is Freestyle Roulette. So it's another roulette game mode. This one is a Freestyle Roulette, which was designed by Crudy. And basically, players are going to get a random spin for kill condition and disguise condition. they're going to be playing on Marrakesh, it looks like. But they get to choose which target gets which disguise and kill method. So it's going to be up to the players, and should be a lot of fun to see. So Marrakesh is obviously a fun one. I know, Punky, you really like Marrakesh, correct?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So it's this should be a good one. Our spin is gonna go live at about a minute past the hour. So once that goes live, we can talk you through it. And the player, whoever wins this, both players are on match point, is going to be crowned the victor. There shouldn't be a time limit on this one. It should just be a time limitless decider, and yeah, it's gonna go to whoever is able to finish it first with that silent assassin rating.
Yeah, definitely. Uh, it's like you mentioned earlier, it's a good game mode to be on. To be on match point, and just in general, because
Yeah.
all these game modes in the Gauntlet that tests all your skills. Roulette's obviously one of the most popular game modes. We have lots of tournaments around it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it's definitely one that these players are going to be comfortable with. It's also a little bit less restrictive than traditional roulette in that you can kind of pick your own targets for what you need. So I think that's gonna be helpful as well. Anything in particular you're hoping to see here on Marrakesh, Punky?
No, because I mean, I think freestyle will just make it a lot easier to decision make for
Most impressive.
Marrakesh, because obviously if you have those restrictions, especially with the disguise restriction, like Klaus having that 2:30 timing, kind of make the decision where you want to go for him first or not. So it's very likely we'll probably just see the players take one of the kills and just go for Klaus first anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good observation there, because you're right. That is, when it comes to freestyle, you are more beholden to the timings. And if you can get that disguise and kill method in time to meet Klaus on his first one, or it's something where you can just come back for him later, it is good to go ahead and just take care of that.
Yeah, or if it's like two... Yeah, so explosive accident. You want to read this one out and give me your thoughts?
Absolutely, yeah. So one target needs to be killed with an explosive accident while disguised as the elite soldier, and then the other target needs to be killed with a saber while disguised as a military soldier. So interesting.
It's definitely interesting. So elite soldier, explosive accident are closer to Klaus, and also it could be used. You can use drive by, obviously. You know, the saber obviously is closer to Zaydan, which is one by the shoe shop, one in his office.
Right.
So it's a really interesting. Yeah, it's a nice disguise and weapon method. Obviously, you can just stay in the school and get Klaus to move in towards the barrel in that underground passage.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm it's going to be interesting. Again, it's not very easy to and obvious in your face answer, I don't think. But both players will start elite soldier in the school.
Right, yeah, and it looks like Meekah is working on getting himself over to where Zaydan is early, and this is what I was kind of thinking, because you do have the explosive right here.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. There's this gas tank there, and you can actually get that first kill done immediately, and then take the saber, and then just on your way grab the saber. So yeah, I did say like it's not obvious, but if you think about it that way, it is very obvious. It's a straight line basically. You just take the saber, and there's plenty of military soldiers outside the consulates. You just trank one of them, and you can just take it inside and get Klaus. Because this is explosive accident, you might even be able to get there before his first cycle.
Matty with a very cool strategy in order to get Zaydan killed nice and early is by placing the breaching charge on the explosive flask there, but does get himself spotted on his way out. So
Yeah,
I
it's-
think Meekah is going for a seeker shot on that guard, which saves him a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, Matty not bringing in a seeker. Imagine he's probably has a trank for the military soldier.
Good work, 47.
Bunch of
Yeah,
options
definitely
here.
will
I haven't tried it here, but you don't actually need to do anything. I remember you used to get the fast kill on Razor by just tossing a duck, and if it just rolls further in and explodes the gas tank, it just kills Razor, and you get that explosive accident kill.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah, Meekah has gotten Zaydan sick.
that's interesting. He's
Yeah.
trying to get him to go to the consulate or anywhere else, really.
Yeah, I mean, he got the military officer sick first, so I do
Now
believe
to
that
locate
will
General
send
Zaydan.
Zaydan over to consulate, but it's still... Okay, and Meekah, I see, has the bubble gum here. It looks like that's how he's going to go for the soldier disguise here.
Yeah, very interesting use of the utility here. Matty decides to use the trank on the military officer, so he will get that kill on Zaydan
Move on to
a lot easily. So that's really good. One kill down.
Yeah, and he's still
Meekah-
got the dart left over for if he decides to go for the
Now,
soldier
Meekah is not
disguise
going
over
for
there.
a propane flask. He did have some time to do that, and while this is happening. But oh, nice ragdoll. Well, the
Well-
bubble gum is, well, at least I saw the.
It was floating there, yeah.
I don't know if you can pick it up, but
I think the picking up again is against the rules, but I don't know if you'd actually be able to physically pick it up from there or not. That is a good question. But yeah, so Meekah, I don't dislike the concept here because he does have an elite soldier disguise over here that he can go and grab. But Matty's in a pretty good spot right now. He has to go a longer way in order to get this this saber, but he should still be able to get over to the consulate in plenty of time. For
yeah,
Klaus.
definitely. Like I mentioned with the gas tank kill, he has plenty of time and a restart for Meekah there.
Yeah, I think that his initial the distraction explosive kind of got him found pretty quick.
There was a target lockdown. I wonder if it's Razor. But yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, but either way, this puts a massive lead for Matty because he can just walk in through the main door of the consulate.
47.
Yeah, and he's already got his saber. He's well ahead of Klaus. He should be able to get Klaus's timing, no problem here. And yeah, then he's just got to get himself out of here.
Yeah, he can just like walk back down, take the keys, and then sneak to the consulate cars.
Welcome to Merrick.
That was Connie Engstrom. Please go.
Really,
Meekah,
really
bit
good
on the
timing.
back foot. He's got a long way to go, and he's opted for a suit start instead.
Yeah,
Dropping
that's
the gold brick.
very interesting. Yeah, dropping
Not
the snail
sure
for the
what
two
thinking
elites.
is here.
Oh, he's gonna snipe Zayden's gas lamp with that disguise, but it's gonna be kind
but
of
look at the
difficult with
timing.
those. Yeah, that other guard coming in.
Another guard coming in, and then he's got to use so much utility just to get this done, and not to mention the fact that like how is he gonna get his military disguise?
Yeah, I think the plan was to get one of their disguises and shoot the gas, but there's just, like you said, too many NPCs to manage here.
Is Klaus Strandberg. Most
Trying to change the
Meanwhile,
plans here.
both targets down.
Matty gets the saber kill on Klaus.
Oh, walks in. He gets spotted by the.
Yeah, he doesn't check. He doesn't check his
Trolling.
instinct before going out, and that's gonna happen, and it's frustrating.
You're in.
And the Meekah just doesn't have the timing.
Yeah,
Zaydan's already
Zaydan
left.
moves very fast, so you don't really have that much time to take a disguise, especially from a snail, which takes forever because it first gets tossed, then it plays the sound, then it gets proxy triggered, and then they start the animation.
Yeah, it's a lot of work there.
Move on to Klaus.
Matty's got the setup early again. I do like the quickness of Matty's go, but I do kind of like the concept that Meekah's going for here, because Meekah's thinking about this the same way that I was initially thinking about this, which I really appreciate that it's like, oh, okay, yeah, how do I get this normal suit only kill thing, but with this disguise? You kind of start drawing conclusion from the strats and stuff that and Matty's he has just streamlined this so well.
Yeah, everything just lines up so well. This guard in a perfect spot to get tranked without being spotted. And then he can just run for the saber. This one obviously is a lot more optimized and just it looks cleaner overall.
Yeah.
Matty looks...
Well, like you said, like the answer doesn't immediately jump out at you, Like if we're thinking about it, it's like, oh, well, there's a saber in Zaydan's office. That's the one that we should go for because it's by Zaydan. And it's like, oh, but wait, that's not what... This works just as well for Matty, and it's right by the disguise. So instead of going out of your way to grab that and then doing the explosive for Zaydan, you take care of Zaydan, you give up that saber, grab this other saber. Like, thinking on the fly like that is just, it's really, really impressive out of Matty here.
There's a huge change in strategy from Meekah. So he tranks the officer just like Matty does, but also knocks out Zaydan, sets up the breaching charge. But the crucial part here is he picks up the saber from Zaydan's office, but it still doesn't give him the lead because he's kind of stuck on Klaus's timing. So even though he's faster, it's in terms of roulette, it really isn't. Because look at Matty, he's at 210, distracting the guard, and then Klaus. Yeah, oh, but he's gonna get spotted by the other patrolling guard.
Oh no! And like he's doing that thing that I see a lot from speedrunners, which is when you are trying to get something done quickly, you are just staring straight at the floor to be able to navigate.
Yeah, it just makes you like run faster because you don't hit obstacles.
Exactly. But because of that, he's missed 2 separate occasions now. Even though he has checked instantly, he's missed 2 separate occasions now where there is an enforcer who can see him, and he's run right.
Yeah, and that might also be just slipped in my mind. Like if you run Marrakesh a lot in that area, you probably be aware of that guy, and then once you trigger the conversation, he will come up the stairs. And the way it lines up is as soon as you're done killing Klaus, he's just about coming up the stairs, and it works that way most of the time, like all of the time. Oh, and for the first time, he gets spotted tranking this military soldier slightly too early.
Yeah, now we were talking about being held to the timing. Meekah is kind of being held to this timing right now. He does have to be careful too, because he's gonna have that guard coming up very shortly. He's got another trank dart. He's gonna use that.
I was thinking about getting the kill there, but just realized that the other guard at the end of the hall is there. So opts to bring Klaus in. I mean, he sees the body is actually good for him because then he'll just come in. Oh, hopefully he didn't lose the saber. Oh no, having a difficult time getting him down here. Now, who's hearing these distractions? That distraction can be heard by people from below, and okay, looks like Klaus is going for it. That's a huge sigh of relief.
And there's the body getting found. And we'll just give him 2 quick slaps across the face with it. He does have a saber here.
Guard.
You can see on the mini map that guard is
right
at the
outside.
top of the stairs. Okay, but this guy's
good awareness,
Meekah, so that he's in the. Yeah,
also
now
gonna be able
he
to take the
doesn't
front
have that
stairs.
other body hidden, and that is what I'm concerned about. Because, like you said, if anybody else heard one of those other distractions, the crowbar, the saber, whatever, they might be on their way up, and they might go and see what just happened.
He didn't get the car keys. To that point, that body should be fine since he was tranquilized. Yeah, he's
I guess
taking the
that's true,
main.
you're right.
He's
I
going
didn't
for the
even think about
bizarre
that.
exit, which is interesting
Yeah,
because he
he's
could have
not
just
aware
gone
that
for the
he's got the
car keys.
time. But
You made it.
but yeah, I mean, maybe he just didn't want to deal
Now
with
to locate
the
Klaus.
parking
Yeah,
garage
potential
again.
of getting spotted by the guards. It's always a thing. Also, because he doesn't have the key card, so he would have to blow up in the door.
Exactly. Yeah. So and
If
he
he
did
goes
blow up
to
that
the
door
back.
on his way in, but that's still a long path around.
Yeah, takes it. So after a
But
nice back and forth from both of these players within the game modes and in different modes, Meekah will edge it out with the roulette win.
yeah, absolutely, and just very well played. I mean, by both players across the board. Most impressive, I think, was Matty's SASO runs here. Um, struggled a bit here on this, and is still struggling with just avoiding being spotted while he's up here trying to isolate Klaus. I don't. It's weird that that's the bits that he was running into with an issue. But Meekah able to keep his cool and is able to get through all of it, and he's very much deserved that third place win.
Yeah, very much so. Third place will be his position at the end, and still have one more match to go.